Welcome back to the SR Challenge Beginner's Guide. This episode, we're going to be going and continuing on to Chapter 5. We have a lot of extra stuff going to be happening, so I doubt we'll get through all of Chapter 5. But like I promised in the previous episode, we're actually going to go through this prologue episode. So we're going to try to get some of these things here. We're going to try to defeat Leon. We'll see what happens. And to be safe, let's actually go ahead and upgrade our characters. So we're just going to give them a few EXP potions, get them a little bit stronger. That's too much. We don't need that much. Keep upgrading, keep upgrading. I'll tell you what, playing this new account, it's very weird when you're used to spending SSR experience potions. Alright, see, we can't upgrade the class because we're working on getting through the time rift. So, let's do the first time rift. Now, there are a lot of time rifts, just want to point this out. This is how it works. You complete the first time rift, another one opens up with a lock stage here, and then you just progress through the different ones as you go through. Once you've reached a certain amount, then you can unlock. So we need 18 stars. So once we acquire 18 stars for the completion, which will be right here, then we're able to unlock the elite form, and you can go through the main stages and complete those. We'll cover those as we go, but let's start with this one. So this is the first part in Langrisser 2. If you've ever played Langrisser 2, they are pretty faithful on what happens. I will say though, this is more faithful to Langrisser 2 and not Der Langrisser, but it's similar in the same sense. So we can't bring every character, we can only bring 2 characters. So we need to be mindful of who we're bringing. And it looks like I want to bring, I think I want to bring Lance because, whoops, sorry. Because Lance will be able to take out some of those units, and then I feel very strongly about Scott being able to handle these infantry classes here. So actually, let's do this. We're gonna have Lance go up here and take out these things. Not overly yeah, we'll play this. So there is a hidden item here in Chapter 1. Let's start the mission. First, check the conditions. We need to defeat Baldo. Baldo is the enemy here in the top left corner. That's the one we need to defeat, but we want to try to get the advantages of defeating Leon and Laird so we can get the extra feats here. Laird gives us 2 friendship vouchers, or not friendship vouchers. Yeah, no, that's what they're called. And Leon gives us a Trinity voucher, which we really want. And then all the vigilantes survive. That's not as important, but you know, it's a hammer. We'll take it. So let's do our best. We're gonna try and complete all of this. Might be a little bit of a challenge, but I think we can pull it off. So the first goal is to beat Baldo. Yes. Baldo is this unit here. So once we defeat him, the mission ends. What he's going to do on his first turn is going to go up here, talk to Liana, and take Liana with him. This here is your first hidden object. Now, I think, unfortunately, just with everything and our level, we're not going to be able to get that item and clear out everything else within the time, because you also want to get 3 stars as well. So you can't lose too many units, you can't take too many turns. I think it actually covers that. Yes. So we got to complete it within 7 turns, and we can't lose more than 1 person, which ultimately is a defeat. So this is where your hidden object is. We'll get this at least in this one or the next one. I doubt I'll show a repeat of it because there's no point in me showing a repeat, but I can show you the clip of me getting it so you can see the item if we aren't able to get it. I don't think we can get it in this one. All right, moving forward. let's go ahead and we're gonna ram right into this guy. I think we have the advantage here. Even though it's not a lot of damage, that'll move him down, which is exactly what we want. Again, remember, all we need to do is worry about the other units. So we've got other units showing up, so Leon and Laird are going to go and advance on those units. Baldo's going to move north. So with that, we can attack from here, and we should have a little bit more of an advantage. Yes. Okay, good. Scott is actually doing really well because he is... let's see. I guess we can go on the offensive. Ooh, very close. We'll get him on the counterattack. I'm trying to keep Lance as far north as possible so that he can help take out Laird and Leon, but we are going to get some assistance with that. So Baldo here, he's kind of messed up. So he goes over here and he takes out one of the villagers, which is pretty messed up. They were defenseless. They didn't ask for it. He's just a jerk. Okay. So now we are in prime position to take out that unit, but we first need to whack a few on these guys. So we're going to have Wind Whisper, Lance. Going to take out a nice chunk on them. Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see if we can pull this off. If we can pull this off on one turn, I'm going to be very, very impressed. Okay, so the additional units are coming in and attacking. They're going to go in and attack them. One of the conditions is that they survive, so we're doing our best to try to keep them alive. So our main goal is to take out Leon, because we want that... Oh, no, this is bad. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, because we might need to... we might need to do some running away. Some very quickly retreating.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's see here. Baldo can move 3. So 1, 2, 3. That's not good. Let's I'm gonna move Scott there. That Lancer unit is not doing a whole lot of damage. Poor Scott, he was doing too good. Too good.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's see here. He seems to have a thing for Scott. He doesn't want to give him the chance. We're gonna move in. Let's stay on the outside just so that we can get a little bit closer. That could potentially help out. Awesome work. Ooh, nice. A little assistance from the AI unit. I love it. Okay. So we're gonna try to pull this off. I'm gonna send Scott in. He's gonna grab the item. Lance is gonna haul his little tushy. Oh no. Okay, so we're gonna miss out on one of the stars because we gotta complete it in 7 turns, and it's turn 7 now. So I will get to show you the item, but unfortunately I don't have the star. We'll make that up in post-production. So the item we received is 15 crystals. Pretty nice. But it'll be a good demonstration to show you like how everything kind of works. What happens when you don't get everything and you lose out on stars. So turn 9, we have one more turn after this. Everybody's running as fast as they can. and I got it. I got it on turn 9. So that's not too bad. Hey, look, Scott showed up. That's who I'm using. So technically we could have pulled it off, but we couldn't have gotten the item. So here is the prime example. You clear the stage, you get a star, and then the 2 conditions were you can't lose more than 1 person, and then you have to complete it in 7 turns. We didn't. We did it in 9 turns. So we only have 2 stars. Ultimately, you want to get 3 stars for everything that you possibly can, but we picked up some good stuff. We can easily do this again. I think you can do the normal ones up to 10 times, and the elite ones only up to 3. So you're able to go back and do them again and all that stuff. So yes, we can upgrade our class, which is now what they're going to be discussing because we have materials to do so. It's probably best that we did this. So you go into your details, you go to your class, and you advance your class. Pretty simple, only needs 1. That's because there's such low units. Get your mastery. So every time you upgrade your rank, and you get these new little icons that show, and then you'll have a mastery. And once you've mastered a class, that's when you get your permanent bonuses, and then you're allowed to upgrade into your next class through a cost of gold and sometimes rune stones. So you can advance multiple times. You can get new units, which are great, and skills as well. Mastery, you get skills, classes, higher upgrades. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. So then we go and click on the upgrade class, and we can move him to a fighter, which is actually like the lowest level unit you can be for a normal unit. Not a normal unit, a rare unit. So it costs 500 gold, no runestones to move into it. That's kind of the cool thing. When we cover getting into the 2nd tier classes, we'll talk more about runestones. But for right now, you don't have to worry about it. Alright, so now Matthew is a fighter.
Well, it's a step closer to the target. Well done.
Yeah, I would say so. Good job. Click, click, click. Let's go. I see that it's a Lancer. I'd like you to move on. There we go. Alright, so he becomes a real warrior. It's good to know. Before he was a fake, a floozy. So with this, he now has the chance to pick up Sunshade and then also a new unit, Lancer. What did I have before? Nothing. Just nothing. So here's the requirements. You need to be level 12. And you need to have 3 of these battle practice scrolls, which we have completed the 1 time rift. But here's a little condition if you don't get your 3 stars. We're going to go to the time rift. They have the sweep mechanic. But if you don't actually get 3 stars, you can't sweep it. So, kind of the goal is to go back and to sweep that. We're going to go back and get those 3 stars. We'll have that play in fast motion at the end of the stream, but for now let's go ahead and take care of anything else. I don't think there's a whole lot we need. I'm looking at the summon stuff because I'm seeing where we're at on summoning. We're pretty close to being able to do a 10 pull. Let's see what happens when we convert. So let's see if we can convert our crystals. Because we're trying to get enough for 10. I don't think we have enough for 10. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. We do. All right. Okay. Before we do that, we're going to do the little montage right now. I'm going to quickly run through this and get ourselves a 3-star.
I'm ready.
This is unforgivable.
And that is our victory, and that should get us 3 stars. There we go. Okay, let's finish this episode by doing a summon. So, this is how it works. This is an equipment summon. This is a special banner along with this one. If you're watching this in the future, your banners are probably going to be much different than the ones you're seeing on screen. This is just at the current date banners. But for this stream specifically, not stream, but these videos specifically, we are going to be looking mostly at the hero summon just because we are not chasing after SSRs in this game. As far as this series is concerned, it is an SR challenge. We are trying to keep and use only SRs, and if we do get an SSR, we won't be using them. We'll stay at level 1, we just won't be using them, we won't give them equipment or anything like that. So with this, let me talk about the banners specifically. So as far as the banners are concerned, there's different kinds of banners. Unfortunately, we don't have a mix that I can show you. But for a banner like this, where you have 2 units being shown, so here we have Elwyn and we have Ledin, 2 fantastic units, especially if you want to run Legion of Glory. They are both the buffers for that faction, and they are fantastic. One's a tank, one's a DPS, and they're excellent for many various content in the game. I have both of them in my other account, and they work very well. In this game, there's 2 different kinds of banners. So you have this banner here, which is a rate up banner. So the chances of pulling Elwyn in or Ledin on this banner are higher than if you were to do a hero summon. The hero summon banner is always available. You can get any unit in the game at a even rate depending on their star rating. So if they're an SSR, everybody is, I believe the percentage is 2%. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure on what the ratings are. I just know that whatever the rating is for an SSR, all the units are the same. For SRs, all the units are the same. And for Rs, all the rates are the same. For this banner, your rate to get Elwyn and Ledin are higher, but it's not impossible to get another unit off banner. I pulled on a banner that had Landius and Rachel on it, and it was just 2 new units. Their rates were up, and I pulled 5 or 6 off-banner units to the 2 or 3 that I did pull that were on the banner. So just to give you a heads up, most of the time when you see 2 units, it's a rate-up banner. There's a chance you can get somebody else. If you see 3 units, let's say there was Elwyn, Ledin, and in the background we had, I don't know, Tiaris. We'll just say Tiaris. It'd be a very interesting banner to begin with. But if you saw 3 units on the banner, that is a focus banner, or what they call Destiny banner. These Destiny banners guaranteed first SSR that you pull, meaning you still have to pull them. You're not guaranteed to get the SSR on your first pull, but when you pull and you do eventually get an SSR, the first SSR will be a unit that you do not have on the banner. So let's say that you did have Elwyn, that you did have Ledin, but you didn't have that tiara sitting in the background. That first SSR that you would pull on the banner would be that Tiaris. Guaranteed. It's a great way to fill out your roster if you're missing a specific SSR unit. So a lot of people will go through at the very beginning and pull on banners like this with Elwyn and Ledin just to get whatever SSR they can, and maybe focus a little bit more to tailor to a specific team. And then when a focus banner comes in, they can tailor to their SSRs and say, well, I have these SSRs, I can now more fine-tune the picks I want. So be very careful. 2 characters, rate up banner. 3 characters, it's a focus Destiny banner. That first SSR that you eventually pull will be a guaranteed SSR that you don't have. Now, let's say that you have all the units on the banner. Well, then it's just a rate up banner. You could potentially get that unit, or you can get a different unit. So be mindful of that. If you already have the units, sometimes it's not the best to pull on it, because your percentage and your chances of getting it, it's not really all that much helpful. So for my recommendation, when you're starting out, pulling on a banner, any banner, is great. Figure out what kind of team you want to build and build them up. You can look at your protagonist, or not your protagonist, you can look at the factions of the different characters and figure out which ones you want. Or you can just jump in and say, hey, these characters look really cool. I'm going to pull on this banner and see what I get, and then I'm going to go from there. This here is a special banner. It's a very similar one to this one. It's called an equipment summon. For anybody starting off in the game, and really until you are into the utmost end point of the game, you really don't want to ever spend your crystals or your Trinity vouchers on a banner like this. The reason being is that a lot of these SR items that you're pretty much guaranteed to get are very, very easy to come by. You will have very little difficulty acquiring these items. To get an SSR item, I believe, is 5%. So it's a higher percentage than a character, but not by much. Getting an SSR item also is not too difficult. Just want to be mindful of that. So, and then of course we've already discussed what a friendship voucher is. You can get different characters through that means. So if you're really looking for something specific, this is a tailored equipment banner. I really don't recommend you pull on these. Instead, I would recommend pulling on anything that you see and just working on a team from there. If you do have something you want to look forward to, the guide is that we are about 6 months behind the Chinese version of the game, so you can kind of look ahead and see, hey, what are banners going to potentially be coming up? We did just have a change in banners being released, and we didn't get a banner that was supposed to come out next. So it's kind of a mindful thing of, well, we might get this character, we might not. So just wanted to be mindful of that. Otherwise, definitely pull on what you can. We are actually going to focus on a hero summon because we don't care if we get Elwyn, we don't care if we get Ledin. The whole point is the SR challenge. We want SRs. So the cool thing is you can do a single summon or you can do a 10 summon. The 10 summons guarantee at least one SS or one SR. So with that being said, we want to do as many 10 summons as possible because we want to get as many SR units as possible. So let's do it. And summoning, you can have different colors. You can have silver, you can have gold like we're seeing here, and then if it keeps spinning, sometimes you even get rainbow, and that's your SSR.
I'm sorry for taking up your time. You can call me Rune.
So here's our first R unit. This is Lewin. We'll cover the units as we go on. Scott, which we already have.
I'm Anna. Let me fight with
So this
you.
is Anna here. She is a healer.
I'm Anna.
Yes, we know Anna. Thank you.
With you.
On behalf of
This is Laird. We encountered him in the first time rift.
Please, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Kirikaze. As a samurai, I'll wholeheartedly perform my
So this is
duties.
Kirikaze. He is a Origin faction, and I believe Meteor as well. He's a great infantry unit, and hopefully we can build more off his class.
I'm Anna.
I see we're going to be using a lot of Anna.
Whoa, what a coincidence! Ha ha! Dios is here!
So this is Dios. Dios is an archer.
On behalf
We got
of
more Laird.
Dragon...
That's pretty awesome. So we got two SRs, one being Lance and one being Kirikaze. That's pretty good. So as we progress and we get more characters, we're gonna build up and have a good time. So a large part of what I'm going to be building towards is actually using a team that you don't normally see either. I know. Let's make this even more challenging. So the team I was originally thinking about going with was Lance and using an Empire team. But I eventually decided that I would rather build a origin team. But depending on what SR's units we get, we'll work towards it. So we're going to build up Laird and stuff, but we have Lance here for now. We don't have a faction buff down the line. Again, we'll cover that when we get there, but we'll level up these characters for sure. So here's our Kirikaze. We're going to level him up. You can see what different characters that are in this faction. There's some decent characters in this faction. So let's go ahead and... okay, so that's too much. We'll get him to level 9. Lewin is another very fantastic unit. He is very much like I'll give him 2 of them. He's very much like Elwyn. And we got Dios here. We're gonna go ahead and give him 1. I know we shouldn't, but it's fine. Got Laird. We'll give him the rest. You can hold it for it to go a little bit faster, which is pretty nice. And then we're going to have Anna. Anna's going to be other healer. She's a part of the Empire and Princess faction, so different units you can use here. Empire has probably the most units if I had to count. There's a lot of really good units. Many are SRs too. So you have very good tanks. You have good offensive magic with Hein here. You have backup healing with Emilda and Anna. There's some really decent units here if we really wanted to run Empire, and we might eventually end up doing that. So let's go ahead and upgrade. Okay, looking pretty good. Let's get some equipment on them. Get that equipment going, looking pretty good. I think we got a lot of swords. A lot of swords. All right, and let's finish up by collecting the challenges. There we go. Okay. And with that, we're going to end here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to check out more of my content, please click on the annotations above. Otherwise, have a wonderful day.